What's going on, guys? This is Tony with Urban Girl Scout Media, living the dream, of course, and coming to you today with episode 4 of season 2 of our podcast. This episode, I'm going to talk about something that I've been asked, and I've never really given the full story, I think. Why do I say living the dream? So I say that, I believe, at the beginning of each video. I say that a lot in my day-to-day, and a lot of people will interpret it a lot of different ways. Probably the most popular is that it's a sarcastic, not really authentic, and that actually couldn't be farther from the truth. So I'm going to talk about the origins of where I started saying this, and why I use it today. So first off, contrary to what I just said, it did actually start as something to be sarcastic and kind of a jerk. When I was working at Rent Center, unpleasant interactions with people and customers, they would, every now and then you would just kind of need something to put a defensive wall up, and that's what I did. So I also had a boss that I knew that annoyed, because I always say, oh, living the dream, of course. I didn't say it with a lot of energy. Some delicious water here. But that's kind of the starting point. Is I was talking to customers. A lot of them were negative. A lot of them were very unpleasant and not excited to really talk to me. And then I used that kind of as maybe even an icebreaker with them. Because a lot of the time, you're calling people about pay or pickup. So that's where it started. So it started about 7 or 8 years ago. And to this day, I still say it, obviously. Now, why do I still say it if it started as something sarcastic? Here's why. First off, I've had 4 real jobs in the 16 years I've been working. I worked at 2 fast food places for about 6 years each, Rent a Center for about 2, and then the current job I have at a hospital, I've been at almost 6 years. So I guess I would make it closer to 18 years because I did start working when I was about 14 in the work from UGSM program or whatever. Anyways, fast food's a tough gig. You go home grimy, greasy, dirty, beat up a lot. And you're on your feet all day. Rent a Center, retail in general, that kind of crap, that's tough. You're delivering and picking up merchandise in people's homes in summer, winter, rain, snow. You're dealing with people who are clean, who are filthy, who have bugs, who are disabled. The range of things that you see and the fact that you have such a limited variance of reaction space, it just makes it very tough. Fast forward to where I'm at now, where, I get to impact and influence a lot of things, in my opinion at least, that I feel like I've earned that opportunity. So when I say living the dream, I actually really mean it now, because I don't have to go work at a restaurant all day. There are people who have to work 2 or 3 restaurant or retail jobs of that manner, or service industry jobs in general, just to make ends meet, and I don't have to do that. So I've always considered myself lucky for the opportunities that I've been given and for the hard work that I know I can put in. So I've always believed that I'm actually living the dream. I started at the bottom and I've continued to crawl my way up at every single step. And that's not to brag. That is the exact justification as to why I say living the dream, of course. Because the job I have is very influential at times. I have the best people around me that I could ask for. And it's a cool gig, we're paid to deal with the challenge, and that's something fun. So that's the truth. Started sarcastic, boss hated it. It kind of grew on me, and then once I got a little more settled and a little more happy with life, at that point, that was where we said, okay, this is actually real. Like, we really are living the dream. We're not just saying that anymore, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool to be able to actually has some truth to that. There's always going to be a better dream, but you could be living a nightmare. And I know that there's probably billions of people on this planet that would trade places with me. I know I'm a very fortunate person. They would trade places from their situation to mine. There, maybe not billions, but there's going to be millions. So millions with an M. And I'm sure a lot of people that'll listen to this, they'll have that same kind of ratio where there's probably millions of people that would switch places with you in a heartbeat. Because in all honesty, a lot of us have a very fortunate get up, all things considered. So that's it, guys. That is the truth. That is the origins, and that is the reason for why I say living the dream. And it could be living the dream as always, living the dream, of course, just living the dream, whatever. The fact of the matter is, I truly believe that while there are some downs, I do get to live the dream. And it's been great getting to talk to you guys about that. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, Season 2, Episode 4 of the podcast series. And that's it. Have a great day. Make sure you're finding a way to live the dream.